Hello, my name is Jo if you're new here, and I typically make videos in kind of three niches: booktube, language learning, YouTube, and video essays. And today we are going to talk about something different. We are going to talk about subtitles on videos. I have noticed that the quantity of people who subtitle their videos, particularly in booktube, but also in some of the other niches as well, is not a lot. Not a lot of people do it. People use subtitles for all kinds of reasons. I personally use subtitles whenever they're available. I just prefer watching things with subtitles. However, they are extremely important for creating content that is accessible to deaf and hard of hearing people. If you do not have subtitles on your videos, it is very likely that someone from this group would not be able to participate in your content at all. YouTube does do some auto subtitling, and this is very helpful for creating your subtitles, but it is not always accurate. It's not always easy to read. Sometimes they mess up things, obviously, and it doesn't always work. So it's very important that you are going through yourself and adding subtitles. We will be going through my process for it in case you don't know how to do it, and also I will be including some things that I have learned along the way in order to help format the subtitles a little bit more easily and make them higher quality. I definitely was lazy with my subtitles when I initially started my channel, and I do need to go back and fix those. I'm in no way claiming to be an amazing subtitler, but I do consider it at this point just an essential part of making a video. It does add a lot of time, unfortunately. It doesn't take me as long as editing my videos, but it does take me longer than filming my videos. I just adopt the mindset that if I don't have time to make the subtitles, then I do not have time to make the video. I personally also always wait until the subtitles are done, until I make the video public, because I wouldn't want anyone to be disappointed if they did see that a video went live but weren't able to enjoy it themselves. That's just a personal preference as well. So we will be going through some of the things that I have picked up. I don't think that YouTube's subtitling interface is very intuitive, but it is pretty easy once you get used to it, and I will show you the process both when the auto subtitling works and when it does not. And yeah, let's get into it. Hello, so just wanted to show what this looks like when you first upload a video and the automatic subtitles have not completed. So I am on subtitles over here. There are other ways to get to this, but this is where I am. And then this is the video that I just uploaded, and it says Languages 1. This confusingly actually means that there's no subtitles right now. Currently, there's no subtitles associated with this, which you can sort of tell. Again, this is confusing, but because it says Add under subtitles here. Hello, we are back. So it is close to 24 hours later, and as you can see, we're still at only one language being shown here. So this is good for this video so that I can show you what I do. It is a little bit annoying because this makes it slightly longer, but that's okay. So what you're going to do is open a Word document. I believe that this works on Google Docs as well. So this is my backup method. Unfortunately, I believe that you have to have two devices to do this. So if you record and edit and do everything on your phone, I don't know if you can do this. So if you use the same device for everything, then I would look into an app to see if there's a good option for that. If you are using Word, then there's this dictate button on the home screen. There's a similar thing that comes up, I believe, in the corner if you are using Google Docs. So then I use my iPad as my second device here. You could use your phone, you could use anything that can play the audio from your YouTube video out loud. So we're going to play this. So we want to go back to 0. We hit dictate. Hello, welcome back. My name is Jo, and today we will be discussing my 2021 language goals, which I discussed in my first ever video, how that went, and what my language goals for 2020. Okay, so now we have a full script here. The only hiccup with this is that occasionally it will stop listening if something goes wrong, so I do like to kind of keep an eye on it while it's listening, but otherwise I just let it go. And the only problem with doing it this way that makes me prefer the automatic subtitles is that this does a little bit of auto-correcting you. Like, it takes out ums and likes sometimes, which is not good for captions. Captions are supposed to be exactly what you said. So once I get this back into YouTube, I do like to add those back in. When the automatic subtitles do work as they did here, then all you have to do in order to start, I forgot to take a video of this, so I already did it, but you hit duplicate and edit, and then it will add in this other copy here, and you can edit from there. And from here, I do the exact same thing with the automatic subtitles as I would with the transcription from Word or Google Docs. I simply select it all, copy, paste it into a word processor, add in punctuation, do spell check, fix the capitalization, etc. I just find it easier to do that outside of the YouTube editor because there are so many more tools. Other than that, the process is exactly the same. It's just whether YouTube is transcribing it or Word or Google is transcribing it. That's really the only difference. The other thing that will sometimes happen is that the automatic transcription will choose the wrong language. I have had this happen twice now with Indonesian. For some reason, YouTube is fairly convinced that I can speak Indonesian. So sometimes I will see the other, I will see the number 2 pop up and I'll be like, oh great, my, audio is done. And then it will be Indonesian, and obviously since it is transcribing what I'm saying into a language that I don't in fact speak, it is just gibberish, and so that has to just get deleted, and then you treat it like there were no automatic captions. But once I have my script in Word, I do quite a bit with Word directly because you can do a lot of like search and replace if you find that it's constantly mishearing you on something, or if it's like not capitalizing something that you'd like it to capitalize, like Narnia. Once you add in periods where they should be, you can, I never remember where this setting is, so I always just search for it. So I do change case to sentence case, and then everywhere that you've added a period, it will capitalize the next word, which is nice. It makes it look a lot cleaner. So yeah, I'm going to go through and make sure that this didn't mess anything major up, add in punctuation, and just search and replace anything that I need to. So we're doing our sentence case, and then we're going to copy this whole script that has been cleaned up. We'll go to our subtitle screen again. We'll go over to subtitles on this first thing here and add. If you have a text file, like a .txt file, you can upload that, or there's specific subtitle files that have timing if you use a program to create them, but I just go to type manually, edit as text, and paste in the whole thing. So this is not timing adjusted at all at this point, so you have to let it time your captions. So if you hit publish, then it will tell you right here, generating timings. When that message goes away, that means that it's ready to edit. Okay, so I just did my timestamps and it finished generating the timings. So I can now go in and edit. And you will see here, unfortunately, it does a weird thing with the breaks, the line breaks. And even if you look on here, it looks really bad. But what I have discovered is that it doesn't necessarily look like that on your YouTube because the screen is wider. So it's kind of a pain, but what I like to do is either open another window and do like a split screen, or I will pull it up on my iPad and watch it on YouTube so that I can see how it looks. So what I do is I watch through and I make sure that the timings are right and just making sure that it does say exactly what I say. And yeah, that's the last step. So I watched through and made any little edits that I needed to, just a kind of crash course on here. This is the timing for this particular segment. So if you click in here, it takes you to that part of the video so you can watch it if you need to. If you need to add something, like if there's a blank space somewhere where you need to add the fact that there's music or something like that, you can click here and then you just have to fill in the times. You can watch the video here and pick up. So this timestamp right here is the exact point that you're at in the video. So wherever you want that caption to be, you can go to that point, pick up this timestamp and put it wherever it needs to be here. So this is the starting one and this is the ending one for this caption. So that is kind of a crash course. Once you've made all your edits, you can publish and then it is live here, and when you make your video public, your captions will be public with it. When you have subtitles that are not the automatic subtitles uploaded for a video, it will give you this little CC here which shows people that go to your channel that this video is closed captioned. So this is just my method for doing this at the moment. I'm certainly open to feedback, or if you have some way of doing this better or faster, or if there are things in my subtitles that should be improved, definitely let me know. But I did just want to put this out there because I have noticed that not a lot of people do them, and so I thought maybe people weren't aware of how to do them or how important it is to subtitle your content. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video.